Alright guys, so the patch details are here for the tier 4 Spider-Gwen patch, and it seems like we're going to be getting her with the mask off, or are we? I really don't know, because as you can see, they're showing her with the mask off in a couple different areas of the game, and then they're also showing her with the mask on in the uniform collection set, so I don't really know. Hopefully we're getting her with the mask off, but it is what it is at this point. We'll have to wait and see when the patch gets applied later today. So as you can see right here, Spider-Gwen is getting her tier 4 and a new uniform. It's going to be on sale for 40% off, and they're making a few good changes to the character, so we're going to go over that briefly here. Hopefully these changes are enough to make her meta for Alliance Battle Extreme and Alliance Battle Legend. But that being said, let's jump right into it. So the uniform bonus, as you can see, is being improved. It is basically the equivalent of a leadership, so 40% attack, 20% defense, and 5% off speed. In addition to that, her 4-star and tier 2 passives are being increased significantly, so shout out to them for actually making a good change to the uniform bonus here. Previously, the uniform bonus was giving her 15% all attack, 10% defense, and 5% all speed. Next up, as you can see, they're changing the awaken skill slightly by increasing the amount of hits and the damage. However, the effects are exactly the same as the all new, all different version of Spider-Gwen. So basically the base kit for the character, which is quite unfortunate because she's gotten not one but 2 uniforms since then. So ideally, you'd like the buffs to be better than what you get for the base kit. Truthfully speaking, the one thing I'm hoping for is the fact that I want this to be cancelable. So here's the hoping that's the case. If not, big rip. Moving on, we have the 4-star passive, which is going to be giving us 35% physical attack, which is really good because as you can see right here, for the uniform bonus, we're getting an additional 25% attack. So 25 plus 35, that's a very good increase for the character. Hopefully we see that on full display when we do some testing with her as soon as the update drops. In addition to that, they decided to bump up her skill damage by 10% from 30% and the bonus damage from 15% to 30%. So these changes should give us a decent amount of extra damage. One thing that I didn't see in the kit here that I would have really liked to see passively is a guaranteed critical rate to make her a really good rage character, because I was really hoping to see her shine in Alliance Battle Extreme and Alliance Battle Legend. But it is what it is. A first skill gives us stun, second skill gives us webbing, third skill gives us a counter attack with iframe ignore, which is very good. We also get a 30% heal, which is very good. We have a 30% chance to penetrate shield, super armor, barrier, all damage, immunity, and invincibility for 6 seconds. We get super armor on this skill, which is really good. So a very powerful skill with a 14-second cooldown. Previously, the cooldown on this skill was 15 seconds, so it's a little bit shorter on the cooldown time and it offers you a lot more. The damage accumulation is the exact same as it was last time, 1.5%, which is a very good damage accumulation effect, and it's still 12 seconds, so you can keep this up all the time. Hopefully this heal is applied at the very beginning of the skill and you don't have to let the skill play out fully and wait for the counter attack or nothing crazy like that. Moving on, we have the cross attack, the fourth skill, which gives us shock, which is very good for Alliance Battle Legend. And we have stun, we have webbing, we have invincibility, a 30% attack, 15% all speed, and 15% critical rate, 14-second cooldown, which is very good because previously the fourth skill had an 18-second cooldown. So you can see the cooldowns on the skills are going down, which makes her a lot more proc friendly in theory. Hopefully the skills themselves play out in a way that makes her very proc friendly. She has PvP value with a third skill giving her iframe ignore and counter attack, but I'm not really holding my breath because she's never been a PvP character. I do like to see super armor and invincibility in the kit though, because previously she didn't have super armor and she didn't have invincibility on her 1 through 5, so that made her easy to guard break when you weren't using her 6th skill. So salute to the Future Fight devs for actually seeing that and making a good change here. We also have fracture on the 5th skill, which is another ABL effect. We have paralysis for ABX, so really good effects for the game modes that I want to see her shine in. We also have a 120% attack buff for 10 seconds and a 15-second cooldown on the 5th skill. This skill was lasting for 15 seconds before, so the cooldown time isn't being changed here, but overall she's definitely looking a lot more proc friendly. Looks like you would want to do something like 3 insta cancel, 4 insta cancel procking on 5 if the animations allow it. So hopefully she is proc friendly and you can test her out with a CTP of energy, mighty destruction. If not, we can always default to a rage, but here's the hoping. We don't necessarily need the rage for her to be good for a world boss. Then we have the tier 4 skill. This effect is actually very similar to what we have for Black Widow right now, which increases your basic attack by 45%, and then she dodges 30 hits and increases her damage by 60%. However, in the case of Gwen, we get 30% chain hit damage. So we'll have to wait and see how strong this makes her. It's better than just getting flat all attack. 30% extra damage is definitely better in my opinion than 45% all attack. The part that I don't really like too much is the when dodging effect, but considering the fact that she has 25% basic dodge in her 4-star passive and then 40% guaranteed dodge on her tier 2 passive, she's pretty much always going to be dodging and her dodge is always going to be capped out. Moving on, we have her artifact, which gives her, when she's dodging again, 20% ignore dodge, and it gives her iframe ignore for 5 seconds with a 10-second cooldown. In theory, this looks good. The part that I don't like is the 20% chance when she's dodging. They also made a change to Miles Morales across the Spider-Verse uniform. Spider-Gwen is now going to appear in the 5th skill after the patch drops, because currently this is what it looks like. It's a pretty good looking 5th skill, not gonna lie to you, but as it stands, we only see Miles and 2099 Miguel O'Hara in there, so Spider-Gwen is gonna join it. I wonder if it actually does more damage now that it's gonna have more characters hitting, but I doubt it. I think it's just more of a visual effect, but it might be a buff for Miles, and if that's the case, that'd be crazy because he's already so good. Now, in addition to that, as you can see, they're making a change here to the wording on Black Widow's tier 4 effect. Part of the reason why I brought her up. So as you can see right here, the 45% all attack is going to stay there. The evades 30 hits and the 60% extra damage for 7 seconds still going to be here, but they're changing it to dodges 30 hits and it includes attacks with ignore dodge. So basically it just bypasses the ignore dodge. It just basically gives you clarification if you ever wondered if you can just use ignore dodge to get past Black Widow's tier 4 buff. You can't, so that's actually really good. And then we have some game fixes specifically related to Kang the Conqueror's World Boss Legend stage. Now, in addition to the new uniform for Spider-Gwen, it's been 3,000 days since Marvel Future Fight's released, and with that we have some new events kicking off. And once again, they're showing us Spider-Gwen with her mask on, which is unfortunate, but these are the events coming. We have a 40% discount on all of the uniforms. You think they would do a better discount since it's a special event for 3,000 days, but we have a special event here where you get an icon for Deadpool. I feel like something is coming up for Deadpool. The one good thing that's happening for this event is they're giving away Rescue and Ironheart for free. These characters, specifically Rescue, are premium characters. Ironheart you can get for free in Dimension missions. Rescue, however, is a little bit tougher to get, so this is pretty cool. Now, neither one of these characters are meta in this current time, but if a character is paywall and they're giving them away for free, take advantage of that because you never know when they're going to get their big glow up again. So shout out to the Future Fight team for that. We have the typical growth event for tier 4 characters, and once again they're showing her with the mask on and the mask off, so we don't really know which one we're getting yet. It's just kind of crazy. A ranking event going on. We have an energy spending event. We have a rank 1 black antimatter event, which this is crazy. This should be tier 4 materials at this point. Then we have radar for the art books, 50% discount on artifact removal, a login event for Spider-Gwen, 100 crystals. This should be like 500, but it is what it is. And we have a 3,000 day lucky box, which looks pretty much exactly the same as any other time they give away a box. 50% discount for unequipping CTPs. They could have made this 30% since it's 3,000 days, but I'm still not gonna try. There's one new event that I've never seen before that is pretty good in my opinion. If you want to get a 4-star artifact, you can see right here it gives you a tier 2 advancement ticket for $9. A $19 purchase gets you a 4-star artifact, and then a $29 purchase gets you a tier 3 character. This is a pretty good relay, low cost, and you get some pretty high ticketed items. So shout out to the Future Fight team for being innovative with the packs. However, once again, it seems like that's the one thing they're being really creative with. Speaking of being innovative, as you can see over here, we have a 3,000 day celebration relay pack, which gives you the chance of getting Odin's blessings, 6 of them for $100, and 2 reforged CTPs. You have a chance of getting a mighty or brilliant, authority, destruction, refinement, rage, and judgment. And then the second part of the relay gives you life seed, carbonadium, soul of the Faltine, and 4 books of Ashanti. And then the third part of the relay gives you suffer swords. Overall, pretty good pack. I like the first 2. In my opinion, they're pretty good. I'm still not going to buy them because I'm just being as frugal as possible right now, just because of the fact that these guys are doing the bare minimum when it comes to character upgrades and game mode improvements. They didn't improve Shadowland, they didn't improve Timeline Survival, they didn't improve Alliance Conquest. All they gave us was Kang the Conqueror, World Boss Legend, and that's just not enough for me.